Hello, Herbert Dancing Gluesman Erpaderp. I am definitely a dancing gluesman. You can tell by the way that I'm dancing. Is this the Herbert Erpaderp? Or an imposter who makes mistakes and stupid jokes? Nope. This is the real Herbert, who never makes mistakes and only makes really good jokes. Good times. I'm gonna glue some bits of plastic and metal together. I'm gonna start by going back in the instructions to where the photo etch is. But first I need the actual bits to glue the photo etch to. Which be these. And they are all differently numbered. I don't know how important it is that we get the correct bits together with the other correct bits, but I'm gonna try my best. I think. I might try my worst. I'm gonna lay them out as shown in the instructions, and confusion will be avoided. Probably. Oh no, do not make mistakes. It's not me. I don't make mistakes. Just happy little accidents. Happy little accidents. It's number 18. These should be very simple to get the photo etch onto. Wait, the parts on the sprues are differently numbered? All of them? What a strange hobby. Well, I mean, they look identical to me, but they're probably not actually identical. See? They look the same. You probably have to pay some amount of attention. You can see that they have an angle like that, and the rear one goes like that. But at a glance, it might as well be exactly the same. Nice Bob Ross. I wish I was as cool as Bob Ross. Do enjoy me a good Bob Ross video. No, not paying attention. Not again. I'm afraid so. Paying attention is the most difficult thing to pay. I wonder if there is a difference between these. They could have different wavy patterns because they're just rotated. Does seem to show them with their patterns different in the instructions. Is this worth really worrying about? Probably not. But somebody might get angry at me if I get it wrong. They'll be like, "You should do research and stop trying to be funny." This is porn music. Is it though? I don't know. Or do you mean the previous song? I've got no idea. I've seen porn with death metal music. It was hilarious. Okay. I can see there's a difference between these grills. The rear ones have a little flat spot there. So we'll obey the instructions. Why can't I get the... I can get the little bit of plastic. Oh. I'll make my incision here and here. And to avoid confusion and delay, I'm going to try cutting out one grill at a time. Feels like the intelligent thing to do. This one being TP1 apparently goes here. There's a bit of an overhang. Why does it have a bit of an overhang? Is the overhang correct, or is something I've done incorrect? They're the same size, so there would be no overlap on... Well, there would be overlap on any of them. Isn't Damo's task to care for the TP? Yeah, but he's not doing it. For some reason he's allowed the photo-etch to be labeled TP. I'm going to assume just the overhang on the back is correct and good, and I shouldn't be worrying about it. I've got my black Flexi CA. Hopefully this is better than the regular super glue. I haven't tried it yet. I did notice that it said, where does it say? Carefully open bottle while keeping bottle pointed away from face. I was expecting an ejaculation. Photo-etch is the worst kind of TP. You won't catch me using it. I think the way to use this might be the toothpick method, but I don't have any toothpicks. I do have these. Building the Takom FV423 with full interior right now. I'm glad it's weird in a good way. Oh, it's a squirter. Let's just cut this like that. That's toothpicky enough. Surely. And something to put it on. I've got this bottle cap here. That'll work. Probably. My kebab napkins. I'm going to try and keep this glue from bonding itself shut. And then we turn the camera on to catch any hilarious mistakes I might make. Might, he says. I'm going to assume I don't need to put it all on all of the doovers. Alright, just flop it around like that. Also, put the part around the right way first. It seems to have worked. Is the Bergepanther a full interior kit? It is. That's why it's taking 7,000 years. Probably really should have cut all of the grids out. Lest that super glue dry up. Well, these grills aren't quite as picky about where they go as these bits are. The only difference is front and rear. Still avoiding mixing the parts up because nobody wants that, probably. I just assume what I don't want is what everybody doesn't want. Come off the thing, you clingy shit. Put both of them around the same way. think I did. I do like black super glue. I don't know if it's whatever makes it flexible that makes it black, but I appreciate being able to see it. And because it's not from a model supplier, it was relatively cheap. Legally distinct Back to the Future music. Did you edit some of the footage of the Bergepanther's build, or do you wait till it's finished? Well, because I'm going to do it in the build at least in 2 parts, I've already rough edited and written most of the first part. It should be next, what do you call its video? Next fortnight? So not this coming Monday, but the Monday after. Assuming nothing comes up and I can get it all finished. So I figured it will be an extra long video, a stupidly extra long video, if I didn't break it up into 2 parts. There we go. All 4 of whatever those are. Hell yeah. And now to put this somewhere where I won't put my hand in it. And just see how long that glob takes to dry. Should be just a matter of plop. No. A little bit. You've got to put a bit of force into it, so maybe plop doesn't really apply. That's a good fit though. So, Black Flexi CA from Icky Sticky, which is a good name. Seems to work so far. Long videos are nice. A 2-hour documentary. Yeah, probably not really. Though YouTube does apparently encourage longer videos. It makes it so much more work for me to make an entire 2-hour video. I think the rough edit is 50 minutes at the moment for the first part. And that's down from, I think it was 5 hours of raw video. Make sure I think I'm putting these in the right way. Make sure the glue god is smiling upon me. Well, even if that's wrong, they'll match. You can waffle for a few minutes, tell a joke and laugh yourself too long, like a professional. I don't know about that. The less talking into a microphone I have to do, the better. That being so flexible might be a bit of a problem. We'll find out eventually, I guess. That ought to hold the little SOB. I have no idea what version of the Panther this is built on. The one that has the not ball mount for the machine gun on the front, I think. Okay, we've got that. Probably should have marked the steps that I skipped. That would involve thinking ahead. Okay, we need this one. That's the Ausführung D, right? I've got no idea. Remembering things like that is too much work for my feeble brain. This one goes on this side in the instructions, and this one's on the other. They're different, so you can tell them apart easily. Hang on a second. It's telling me one of these is optional, but I'm only seeing one. Oh no, I've got the wrong part. Or I may have the wrong part. That's on the K3 sprue, and the this is looks like the one on the Q2 sprue. Guess I'll get that sprue out and have a look. Oh, yeah, there are two things and they look different. Interesting. I want that one as well. So this is either for something else or a different variant of the Panther. And I can't tell the difference between these or how much it matters. Probably doesn't matter. I'm going to go with the one with the little lumpy on it instead of the little hole. If it doesn't go with the, I don't know if there's even been any optional bits yet. Actually, if it doesn't match the front sprocket, as opposed to the middle sprocket, somebody will get angry about it and I'll get to have a sensible chuckle at their rage. I'm going to have a avalanche of sprue. I don't want that. Now, for whatever reason, there are 4 of these fans. Doesn't say there's options, though. So only U9 and U10 are correct. Probably. I can see the difference by looking here. They've got like a angle to the bits. And these ones are straight. They radiate out straightward. Interesting. I don't know what the real difference for that is. Is it better to have the spokes at an angle? Does it encourage more spinny air?
With 35% more ass!
It's a good amount more ass to have. Trakan's angry. You would be angry. I'd be angry too. It's fun to be angry. Now, both of the photo-etch bits are identical. Don't need them yet. It's kind of interesting that this isn't really keyed, but you can see how it's meant to sit. That's the difference. Who did that? Goats are awesome. I don't know why, but that's just good and entertaining. Could be the glue fumes talking, but probably not. Kind of makes me want to play Goat Simulator. you seen the goat singing Taylor Swift? I have not. I'm sure it's a lot better than the actual Taylor Swift. Having said that, I'm probably about to get murdered by Swifties. Happy goat farmer loading a goat. Are you being disgusting? Okay. Now, a drink. And also, you get more photo etch. This is all the photo etch in the kit. Which, when I first looked in the box, I was kind of surprised by. In a good way. I guess the thing about 35th scale is it's not that small, so you can get away with really small things being in plastic. Perfect. I guess I should glue them together first, then have the fun of photo etch. Get it? Because photo etch isn't fun? I guess some people think it is. That's the good thing about building models. There's something for almost everybody. I guess actually that nubbin there is a locking pin. A guide pin, rather. Do have to press down to get it in the hole, though. Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. Why is it not working? Because you've ever so slightly misaligned it. You blithering idiot. Seems sufficient. Don't know if you do not like glue. In this case, you may find modeling annoying, or you just go for snap fit kits. See? There's something for everybody. You might be a bit more limited if you're only going for snap fit kits, but you don't have to use glue. if you're a wicked, sinful, non-glue believer. Glorious. Now we re-litify the glue so that we don't lose our glue. Look at this. Is it still liquidy? A bit, but it's very stringy and sticky now. Interesting. I'll put that over there. That too. I wonder if maybe it's worth doing the next bit of super gluing at the same time. We need part R2 too. Not R2D2, unfortunately. That says R2. It's just a bit backwards. And we need this tiny doover. I don't know if it's really necessary, but it might be a tiny bit easier if I glue it onto the big bit first. Nah, this will be fine. What could possibly go wrong? Though the bigger bit is right there. I'll get the bigger bit. It'll give us more to hang on to with our wild super glue ride. The various interpretations of the word wild. It just means we get to use a little bit more plastic cement. I mean, Luke didn't need R2-D2 to disassemble an exhaust port. Why should you need him to assemble one? Because I'm incompetent. And it's not about needing R2-D2. It's about wanting R2-D2. I'm sure he'd be very helpful and fun to be around. Okay, that gets trimmed off. Yesterday I was watching a video about the N-scale building, but I could not finish it because otherwise I was going to be late for my wedding. Stupid, right? Priorities are not right on the right things here. I mean, you left watching my video for a wedding? Jeez. Some people. That's some real deviant behavior. hope the wedding was good. I don't suppose this really matters how it goes on. Well, I do suppose those bolts or whatever they are should be in exactly the right position. Otherwise, the Bergepanther Correctness Society will have a meltdown. And what's next? Holding hands? Gross. The weather was good. We had some weather today and yesterday. It was so windy that there's a tree that wouldn't normally interact with the roof, but it was rubbing against the roof. And I thought it was going to collapse at first because I didn't quite know what it was. Call Indy when it's windy. Indy, like Indiana Jones? Is he going to stop the wind? Or is he going to join in with his own special wind? Let's do the small one first. How important is it to get the mesh pattern lined up with the rest of the vehicle? Having it at a weird angle might upset somebody's OCD. No, he can't stop the wind. Just rhymes. I mean...
Butt sauce.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Butt sauce. That's exactly right. Let me dispense more ka. Random bottle caps are quite useful to have laying around, I tell ya. I feel like this stuff is not going to last as long as I want it to because the bottle is really hard. You have to squeeze it quite a bit to get the glue out. That might be a problem at some point. But for now, it's good glue, and it's relatively cheap. $10 and you get probably 4 times what you would get in the supermarket super glue. I think that's 5 mils you get in the supermarket, and that's 20 mils in that bottle there. Trouble with this is I can't see the angle I'm trying to put it in at. There, for any OCD people, it lines up with the edge of the thing. Fantastic. The roof? All Australians live under the ground. That's where the youth Great Atlas book says from 1985. All Australians wear white and live underground. Yeah, but also, according to Americans where education is illegal, Australians are all actors. Where's my actor money? Damn it. $10, that's less than 15. Well done. I'll have to take your word. I don't know how to do math. Yes. That one seems to be ever so slightly that way. But it's on there now. Any complaints about the angle of the mesh can be directed to the black hole. Actor, didn't you know you lost your job during the writer's strike? Man, nobody tells me anything. Fucking dogs. What year was this writer's strike in? I am satisfied with that. That looks like a mesh vent fan cover thing. And that is possibly all the super glue I need today. Actually, one of the cables goes on the side here. And that'll need super glue. Last year? Piss. Well, I declare it's time to install these fans. Don't put them on the wrong side, Herbert, or around the wrong way. Oh no. I've lifted up that corner of the mesh by not being gentle enough. Also, I guess I didn't glue that in good enough. Would be a lot better if that central bit was less flexible, I believe. I don't think the Bergepanther needs any fan. What about fans? Ah, you fucking absolute dog. The floor is not where I want my glue brush. I wish it would stop doing that. Fans? You mean people shouting, "Olé, Bergepanther, olé! Olé!" Yeah, that's what they do. I know how the world works. That might stay put with the glue. If it does not, I shall be forced to use the glue again. Grabbing that was a mistake. It's too loose still. Too floppy. A multiple glue user. I'm double gluing. That's probably what the kids call it. Dual gluing. Hiss. I don't want it to come out. Stay in. The flexibleness of this really does make it kind of annoying. It should go away eventually once I've got all the bits on. Slouch down so I can see under my phone. Pretty sure I'm putting this around the right way. Oh, that was more glue than I was thinking it would be. The glue god has blessed us with a torrent of glue. Scum kids. I'd probably call this fitting not perfect, but not too bad. Sits a little high at the front here. So does this. I'd say that's a bit better. Photo-etch mesh grills do look pretty good, in my opinion, allegedly. I can definitely see the appeal, even though I will continue to piss and moan every time photo-etch is needed. Because that's tradition in wherever it is I come from. There's a fair bit to do for that little hatch that goes in the center of that. Ugh. Who did that? R2 still has some of the bits we want. Both of these. And that. Exhaust pipes. I've left the whole rear somewhere. It already has exhaust pipes. They must be for another Panther variant. Look at that. Sprue F2 was right there on top. I didn't even have to search for it. How weird. That probably is a 9 and not a 6. We must make the edge of this hatch absolutely perfect. For some reason. I feel like we're hearing the same song over and over again. I hope it's not one that is constantly getting picked up by the fucking YouTube thingy. Same music like in a Chinese restaurant. I want some Chinese food. I don't have a local Chinese place, I don't think. Removing burrs and nubbins from tiny little grab handles is my favorite thing in the world. I winked because I was lying. Google is your best friend. Well, Google isn't going to make there be any Chinese restaurants in the area. And if they're like so against advertising their presence, it won't be on Google. I've looked. The best we have is Asian. Just generic Asian. Or like Noodle Box, I guess, has stuff that you might consider Chinese. But that's a big chain. Therefore, costs a lot and often disappoints. Hey, Daniel Chicho Wei. How you doing? Okay. That isn't all of the bits I need, but it is all of the bits for this. And now I'm wondering if it might be easier to put this onto the model and then add the small bits. That would be a sensible choice. Give me a nice big handle. I think I'll do that. Probably try to avoid nudging any of this because it's still not solidly bonded into place, but it shouldn't move. If I was going to model this with the hull attached to the bottom part, it would be cool to model this open. Get a good view of the engine through that. Oh, that fell onto my leg. That's not a carpet monster attack. I'm hoping this just plops on. Just like that. I'm assuming there should be a slight gap under those. I think they're air vents. Should that twist like that? a little handle. Fiddly bit. Can I get this in with my fingers, or is this a tweezer job? Who can say? Maybe it's half and half. And because that is still quite flexible, that seems to have shifted up and out of the dip recess rather ever so slightly. For my next trick, pushing down on that. Hoping it'll stay there. My beverage is emptying. Now I've got nothing to drink. This is probably not a real problem. Where is the U-sprue? Right here. $41 and $43. They're very slightly different to each other. Also, there's a pair of latches or something. Rather, a trio. No? A quadro? 4. There's 4 of them. Hey, Richard Tomlin, how you doing? And I need the D sprue for those. There's 2 D sprues. Hey, Crunchy Amigo. For reasons unknown, the D sprues were not next to each other in the box. I feel like this kit will be a pain in the ass to build for what you've seen. It's a pretty good build, it's just that there's a lot of little bits. Nothing so far has been really actually annoying, in my opinion. Anyway, allegedly. Guess it really depends on how adverse you are to tiny bits. teeny tiny bits. Probably should do those first so that I don't lose them by brushing them away. I would never do that. I hope nobody remembers when I did that. It looks like they should be neat enough and will fit into their holes without any trimming of the bottom tab bit. Probably actually would have been easier. Well, maybe I would have knocked them and crushed them, but could have been easier to do that while this plate was not on the hull. It's all on film. Ass shits. It was long ago that it's probably not in the past, what do you call them, VODs on Twitch. I don't have the local copy anymore. And I will glue these around the right way. Probably. It's a little hard to see which way is the proper way. As I thought, the hooks go outward. That makes sense when you think about it. And they can go over there. I have to hold this delicately because there's so many little bits on the sides that will catch on my fingers or my jacket or anything. Obviously, that's a bad thing. Okay, the trick is going to be picking them up. Even if I leave one resting on my thumb. No, it didn't work very good at all, did it? These are tweezer items. Yes. Probably don't need to video putting all 4 of them into place. Trekan says, I need to fill my stomach because of hunger, Diddly. Diddly! Thank you for dropping by, Trekan. I hope you destroy the perilous foe known as hunger, who has no honor. I can't get that in with my finger. I quite like these because even though they're really fiddly, the tab is big enough that it gives you enough strength to it'll hold the part up pretty good. I've tried putting these on other tanks, and they've just been really painful because they don't stay upright. I might have spoken too soon, huh? Ass shits. You've done that wrong. I'm happy that I did that without losing any. Overall, have you enjoyed it? I have. I think the only things I didn't really enjoy, it's probably the tracks to some degree, because it took a long time and was a bit fiddly, and the torsion bars in the bottom of the hull were a bit annoying. But I've been really enjoying this build, which is why I don't mind that it's taken so long. We got 2 Duvas. Duva definitely being an accurate, correct term. Which I did not remove the nubbins from. What a fool. I'm probably not going to do another full interior kit again for a long time after this, but I have enjoyed it. It's probably going to be a bit painful to paint some of the interior, but I feel like it's going to be worth it. Actually, a lot of it seems to like it should just be primer red. Do. No idea if that has a correct way around it should sit. There's no keying. Same with this. That's probably something. like how the engine deck should look. I don't know what I've just done to deserve the Simpsons fail sacks, but I probably deserve it. Now, what am I missing? Probably plenty of things. But I think I've got everything in that step. Which, for those keeping track, is step 32. You've already proceeded beyond 32. We are... There's one thing to add to the side, but involves super glue and cutting a piece of cable to length. It's probably going to be annoying. And I'm getting tired. Need to add track links there. And then we're doing some interior, upper interior. We've only got several more pages to go. How dare you? I demand several more hours of mild entertainment. Well, you don't always get what you want. There are 47 technically, because we got 1 and 2 steps. And once I glue the ropey thing on, or cabley thing onto the side, we'll be at step 35. This is the kit that doesn't end. It goes on and on, my friend. Herbert started it, knowing perfectly what it was. I've got nothing else to add. Tired? It's just past lunch here. Entertain us. I'm not a monkey for your entertainment. I'm a human being. Technically. Apparently. Allegedly. I'm pretty happy with that, though. It looks really good. And it was not frustrating photo-etch. Which is, probably something you'll never hear me say again. I'm going to bed. I'm going to get up in the morning and probably play some farm sim or something. So if you're interested in tractors and harvesters, you can watch me do that. You'll see if there's anybody to do a raid at. Probably loading ready run again, because that's what I'm going to watch. Let's click the raid button and not the add button. Also, go and watch my building video. If you've watched it, watch it again. It doesn't have enough views, I don't think, unless it's changed in the last day. Start raid. Oh, they're doing an Iron Stomach challenge, or showing an old one. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. I will see you tomorrow or next time. Have a good day. Eat an apple. Bye.